Good morning. This is the Debate Me channel, and there's a very dark side to the death of Charlie Kirk that we have to talk about that no one else is talking about. Generally, what I'm seeing is there's some people who are making fun of his death, mocking him, which is exactly what we've seen coming from the other side, for sure. So I guess their thing is, if the right wing is going to be savage to us, they're going to be savage back to them. So that's what some people are doing. And of course, as usual, the not conservative movement that we have in this country is basically an anti-liberal cult under Trump. It's not conservative, right? Conservatism is a myth in America in 2025, right? Donald Trump has completely taken over what used to be a conservative movement, and now it's a cult. And the cult is very dishonest, has no integrity, no morals. So, of course, many of them are fake outraging of the left, people who are mocking Charlie Kirk's death. You know, the same people who were mocking Pelosi's husband, and I thought that was funny, and you know, they weren't going after right-wing creators that were doing that kind of stuff or influencers. They were fine with it. Now they're acting like this is savagery and blah blah blah. Like, get the F out of here. So you have the mocking, you have the fake outrage on the right. Then you have people who are doing the fake sympathy, especially perhaps if you're someone on the fringes, like a far left channel that likes to court the right. You know, you're the real left. You know, you might do videos talking about it's a tragedy in America and this is a tragic moment and blah, 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 blah. So these are angles. They're all angles, right? You got grifters, you got content creators that are here for money. I don't make any money doing this, right? If nobody watches this video, no one agrees with me, it doesn't affect my life one bit. So I get to give you the raw truth, right? I get to give you the raw truth because I don't need to pander to people and try to, you know, get on one team or the next team and think about what's going to get me clicks. Clicks does not affect my life, right? Generally speaking, no one else is going to spend time posting videos unless they're doing it for clicks, because they're doing it for money, and to get the money you need the clicks. But as my subscribers have probably noticed a long time ago, I'm not regular, right? Not saying I'm special, but I'm definitely not regular, right? I do my own thing. I come from a different environment, a different background. I got a different mindset. And my thing is brutal honesty, regardless of who likes it, who don't like it. It does not matter. So what is the brutal honesty and the dark side of this situation that no one else is talking about? Number one, let's dispatch with the fake sympathy, right? I care as much, and if you're sensitive, you might not want to watch this video. If you're sensitive, you might not want to watch this video. This video is not for you, right? We're not on a bullshit on this channel, right? I care as much about Charlie Kirk getting killed as I do about all the other people who got killed or died yesterday, that not getting tweets from the president, that they're not on the news, right? A lot of people's grandmothers died yesterday. A lot of mothers died. A lot of fathers died. Fathers lost their only child yesterday, right? A lot of good people died yesterday. I can guarantee you that. People that brought positivity into this world, did good things. Obviously not everybody, right? But I'm pretty sure some good number of good people that did a lot. You know, imagine a mother that worked 3 jobs, you know, just trying to take care of her kids, did everything for her kids. And maybe the kids didn't even appreciate it, but she gave it her all. Loved those kids to death, literally. Right? Died yesterday. No tweet from the president, right? No tragic moment for America, right? So I don't know these people, right? I don't know anybody personally that died yesterday, and I know people die all the time. So it may sound inhumane, but I mean, we can't go through life. Like, life is hard, right? I can't go through life focusing on every little thing. I mean, I certainly have empathy, and sadness and pain of others bothers me, right? But I can't focus on that. Right? I got to focus on what I need to do in my life and focus on the people who are in my life that I care about, right? I don't know nor did I care about Charlie Kirk. I didn't hate him. I didn't love him. I got no feelings for him. He's a stranger. Never met the guy. Never cared to meet the guy, right? All the other people that died yesterday that I don't know, never met, got nothing to do with, I'm sorry. I'm not going to go and pretend like it saddens me, right? The mortality of life is sad to me, right? I love life. I try to live it to the fullest. But unfortunately, we're only here for a time, and that's sad to me, right? I don't attach a particular priority on random people that I don't know, right? I don't know the dude, right? I can sympathize with his family, his kids. Like, that's a sad thing, but it's not a sad day for the country. The fact that one YouTuber, right? The fact that one YouTuber who talks for a living, makes videos talking about whatever BS he wanted to talk about, the fact that he got shot in the neck and died is not in any way a tragedy for America, something we gotta put flags down. Put the flags down for our troops, right? Put the flags down for our troops. Maybe somebody, maybe a World War II veteran, who made ultimate sacrifices for this country, maybe they died yesterday, and that's a tragedy, right? Somebody who really went out there and fought for this country, and maybe even after that they did other things as well, that's more a tragedy, because you're talking about somebody who has done positive things for the country, who have done for others. What the fuck did Charlie Kirk do in his life? And we're gonna get to the dark side of what nobody's really talking about. What positivity did Charlie Kirk bring to the world? Was he working at a soup kitchen? Was he going out there doing good deeds and putting smiles on faces? Or was Charlie Kirk motherfucking focusing on that goddamn bag that he left behind? And that's part of the dark side that I'm gonna talk about in a second, right? Charlie Kirk was focused on Charlie Kirk. Money, money, money. And he wanted to talk about he's religious. And by the way, for people who are gonna say this is about ideology, I don't know Charlie Kirk's ideology. You see, because I live in reality, right? Other people will talk about, oh, I'm going against a conservative. I don't know that Charlie Kirk was a conservative. And that's the thing. People are so in their bubbles, so caught up in propaganda, that even that statement is shocking to them. Like, they actually believe in this stuff. They don't recognize that our media is fake, especially independent media, right? Mainstream media, and especially independent media in America, is fake. For all we know, Charlie Kirk was a liberal, right? I don't know his ideology. I don't know what he believed, but I know he was in a toxic business where you pretend to be and say whatever it is that gets you the clicks, right? But he liked to talk about religion. I don't know if he was really religious or not, but he liked to talk about religion. So let me drop some religion in here. For the love of money is the root of all evil. Do your thing, right? Do your thing, right? But when your way to the top is in a barrel, right? You are bringing pain, suffering to other people that you don't care anything about, right? Just like the people who care that Charlie Kirk is dead when they don't care anything about him. All they care about is they're trying to signal to certain people, right? People that maybe liked him, they become, that's respect. I like that because things are too divisive. Meanwhile, Charlie Kirk, one of the most divisive people in the country. He was one of the most divisive people in this country. But somebody would applaud some fake supposed leftist talk about, oh, this is a tragedy. Oh, that's good. Things are too divisive, and I like that you showed him respect or whatever. Like, fuck out of here. It's all about a grift. It's all about trying to get views, all trying to get clicks. Social media is destroying America. America is a powerful, great nation. But the one Achilles heel we have is attention seeking and greed. Right? It's not missiles and bombs that's going to destroy America. It's greed. Right? Everybody's trying to get that bag no matter what. They don't care who they step on, how many lies they tell, how many lives they affect, what damage they do to the country. Maybe their content leads to war and hundreds of thousands of deaths. They don't care. Savages in our American media. Savages. Anything for a click. That's their philosophy. So, what is the dark side of Charlie Kirk's death that is not being talked about? Listen up and listen well. There's a lot of people online that's quiet. So you always talk about what the other side is doing, your side is doing. So you're making people feel like the other side is worthless and you're dehumanizing them, right? And all for the clicks. But here's the thing. You can make all the money you want in the world. Listen to me very good. You can make all the money in the world, man. Millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars. 3 mansions, private jets. But all of us are going to have our time. We're only here for a time. We're only here for a time. When it is your day to come, however it comes, I will think about call. But you see people behavior and you're just talking about it. It's not wrong. We're telling it. But when you're only telling one side, not telling the truth, that is demonizing another side. Right? If your audience only hears about the most disgusting things that the other side is doing, over time, it's going to get to this dehumanizing thing where they just feel like they're worthless. Their lives are meaningless. And then maybe you have some crazy nutcase that killed Charlie Kirk. Somebody like that pops up, right? So channels like the Young Turks, right? And see, that's the difference between telling the truth, right? And pandering and all this kind of stuff. Channels like the Young Turks, who for years did their race baiting, right? Making everything about race. Anna Kasparian. Now she want to talk like, oh, I've seen the light. Anna fucking Kasparian and others. With your race baiting bullshit. Trying to make everything about race. How many people are dead now because of that content that got them in this, this mode of just seeing different people from themselves as not worthy of anything, right? How many far left channels that like to talk about on an extreme level the occupier and this and that and the white man this and whatever every day, oh, I'm getting clicks, I'm getting views. How many people are now dead or have suffered because of that type of content? People like Charlie Kirk. People like motherfucking Charlie Kirk. People like Ben Shapiro. Same thing. Right? Ben Shapiro every day finds the craziest left-winger, right? You could live in the bluest area, right? Blue everywhere, And you don't know nobody that talk like that. But Ben Shapiro find that person and showing them this is what the left does. Tim Pool, right? Hear me and hear me good. Is the money really worth it? Because when you die, you don't get to take any of that money with you. All them clicks and followers. I got 10 million followers. I got $2 billion in the bank. You can't take none of that shit with you. Unfortunately, social media has become a sickness. So I don't think that anyone is going to look at what happened and have like a moment where they kind of like, hey man, maybe I should change things up. Nah, they're going to double down. Matter of fact, they trying to make money off of his death right now. People in the anti-liberal movement, right? This is because of the left, and this is because of CNN said it or whatever, right? The left is doing all the violence. I'm going to pretend not to mention anything what the right did in terms of violence, right? Which is going to lead my audience to believe that the left is actually, they're the violent ones and we're the good ones, right? As opposed to there's just wackos in this country, which might lead to someone on the right again doing something, which I'm going to, when they do it, I'm going to say, actually, they weren't right when they were. That's the game that they right. Gets motivated because of Shapiro talk about Charlie Kirk or whatever. Some right winger goes out and does a hit on some Democrat or whatever, right? These same people are gonna dig into their social media. Person is actually, never mind, they're registered Republican. They're actually a left winger, right? Look, here's a photo of them shaking the hand of this person who 10 years later was in Black Lives Matter. This person was a Black Lives Matter activist, right? That's what they're gonna do. So that's the really dark side, is that even with something, right? Like I would say Charlie Kirk's death is not a tragedy for America. But I would say if a right-wing influencer wants to say it's a tragedy for them in terms of their circle, the business that they're in, I could respect that, because it's kind of like, okay, look at this, something happened to him. What if I'm next, right? Are they taking out right-wingers now, right-wing media guys? Am I next? I could see if it's a tragedy in that space, not for America, but for those people. But the thing about it is, I believe the sickness of social media is to the point where they're numb. They're numb. They don't even have a moment where they're like, oh shoot, wow, this is crazy. Maybe I should change up a little bit, right? Because regardless of anything else, I don't want to go out like that. I don't want to leave behind all the stuff that I worked so hard for and a legacy of dishonesty and lies and manipulation and damage to the country and just toxicity. I would like to leave this earth with like I was a good person, I did good things, right? I was a positive influence. I wasn't just bringing everybody else down so I could get more money, more clicks, more followers. But they're not going to think like that. They can't help themselves. Even with something like this, which you would think comes close to home, at the most you might see, oh, let's step up security. That's it. Let's step up security. Selfish, self-centered, savage, greedy. Social media is a toxic thing for America. We have so many people, from these influencers to their audiences, and it's kind of a feedback loop, that are just so sick. Everything for views and clicks and followers and validation. You can't even think straight. Can't even think straight. A normal person would get shaken up. Oh my goodness, look what happened to this guy. And then you start thinking about your life and how you live in your life, and maybe you might want to live a better life. Nah, son. How can I make clicks off of this? How can I make clicks off of this? Oh, I know. My business is showing how the left is insane, right? Showing the worst of the left. So I don't even know who killed this guy, but I'm going to imply that it's a left-winger that did it and the left is bad. That'll be good for views. Not even a moment of like, oh, shoot, look what happened, man. You know what? Even if somebody doesn't get me, I'm not here forever. I could have a heart attack, car accident, anything could happen at any moment. And maybe I need to be more cognizant of the life that I'm living, but almost none of them will have this conversation. Tim Pool, Mr. Both Sides, and Mr. Ben Shapiro. Look at the left. Caught up in their obsession with money, clicks and views. That I don't think Charlie Kirk is doing nothing for them other than an opportunity for more clicks and views. That is what social media has done to the United States of America. And I say it again, bombs is not what's going to destroy America. Why you think enemies of this country are investing so much in social media, trying to get into social media, the bots, trying to mess with the algorithms. Look how many people have TikTok. TikTok is taking over this country, right? We have a nation that we have an uncomfortable relationship with, and we have so many Americans that are using this app that's directly connected to the government of that nation. So anytime something pops off and cyber warfare is an option, they're in so many of our phones, and imagine the damage they could do. But in this country, nobody thinks about that, right? We're all obsessed. Not all of us, obviously, but too much of us are obsessed. Validation. How many clicks did I get? How many likes did I get? Right? We got kids born into this world of social media. Everybody want to get clicks. Right? It's a sickness. It's an absolute sickness. But I'm going to say this, man. If any content creators are listening, any of you guys that, you know, you making good money and you doing your little videos talking about the left is this and the left is that, or you know, that clown in Canada with his goddamn literally every video is Trump something, right? Nothing to say about what the left is doing or the Democrats are doing, right? And by doing so, you're creating the atmosphere where things like what happened to Charlie Kirk happens, right? You're setting up an atmosphere where it's kind of like your audience sees the other side as an enemy, as not, you know, having any worth. I'm gonna tell you right now, if any of you guys, I know none of you are listening, but if any of you guys are listening, stop and think for a second. You're not immortal. You can't take that money with you. You can't take those followers with you. How you want to leave this earth? How you want people to talk about you when you're gone? Do you even care? It's all about the moment for you. As long as you get the clicks and views and attention, that's it. I would urge you to change your lives, right? Start being positive. Start thinking about other things other than yourself, right? Think about how you can help someone else, how you can help the country, how you can be selfless, not selfish, right? Because again, I don't care how much money you have. Let me listen. Every billionaire is gonna have their last day, and none of you guys are billionaires yet. Every billionaire, I don't care how much money they have, how much, you know, there's one guy who's trying to live forever. It's not happening, man. It's not happening. I know you caught up in your views and watching your metrics and oh, views are up, views are down, whatever. You caught up in all that. And maybe you don't have time to think and reflect on your life, the life that you're living. 10 years of toxicity, 20 years of spewing toxicity into the world, bringing other people down. Think about the life you're living, man. Do better. Do better. Yes, there's a lot of evil people doing evil things, but point it out as you see it. Don't make a living of demonizing one particular side, right? Because when you do that and you don't pay the same attention to when your side is doing things, you're making your audience look at the other side as less than human, right? And people like Vosh, right? You see how everybody can get it? You see how everybody can get it when you have integrity? People like Vosh, who used to talk about conservatives are all racists or something like that. He used to say. Pelosi's husband, right? That's the end point of spewing toxicity into the world on a daily basis for money, clicks, and attention. Is it really worth it to destroy everything around you so that you can build yourself up, make that money, buy another BMW, buy another mansion, right? So your family can have everything while others suffer? Is that the life that you want to live? Is that the legacy you want to leave behind? Maybe it doesn't matter to you. You live in the moment. You don't care what happens after you're gone. You're like, I'm gone, so who cares? Well, if that's the case, then keep doing you. But if things like legacy matter to you, if you have any kind of conscience at all, I urge you to reconsider your ways and what you're doing in this world and how you live in this life, right? No amount of money is going to change the fact that we're all mortal. No amount of clicks and attention and views is going to change that. You have a choice to choose the life you live so that when you go out, you can choose the note that you go out on. Because if you live in a virtuous life, then it doesn't matter when it comes. You're ready. You live the good life, and it is what it is. But when you live a toxic life, and you don't know when your moment is coming, you gotta think about that. But like I said, unfortunately, I think this sickness is something where people, you can't get them. I look at some people like, what was it, Kane? That right-winger who died during COVID. And it was about the people who almost died and on their deathbed, they were still who they were. Can't help themselves. Right? Trump almost died. Did he change up? Look at him. He almost died. He's the same person, man. Living the same life. Same toxic, selfish life that he was doing before. If getting almost killed is not enough for you to wake up and be a better person, I'm gonna let y'all finish that sentence. This is the Debate Me channel. Debate Me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well. Charlie Kirk got killed. So did a lot of other people. Charlie Kirk wasn't special. It wasn't a tragedy for America. It was a tragedy for his family, those who love him. Right? Just like everybody else that died yesterday, it was a tragedy for the family and those around them. Not for the ones who died yesterday that were good people, that did good things, that were trying to help others, that were not just focused on themselves. I'll take that as a tragedy for America. Right? You got too many people that are selfish and just mean people. when we lose one of the good ones, that's a tragedy. Charlie Kirk, nah.